Hi, all Motormouth, Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hope that you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube.
Hey, welcome friends to another edition of Car Connection. We've got a lot of things going on and a short time to get there, so stay with us. Thank you to all our Car Connection sponsors at Car Connection Business Network, where you'll find fabulous and amazing family-owned and operated local businesses that I put my seal of approval on. And they're part of our broadcasts, our Car Connection and Dashboard broadcasts, but they're also sponsors of our YouTube channel. So we're very grateful for them, and we'd be grateful if you gave them your business and let them know that Motormouth sent you. Don't forget to like, share, and follow on our Facebook channel, and to give us a thumbs up, share your comments down below on our YouTube videos. That helps us to get recognized by the YouTube algorithms and puts us out further to different audiences. And remember, subscribe, watch the videos, and ring the notification bell so you're notified when we go live stream and also when new videos come out on our YouTube channel. So without any further ado, don't forget your Car Connection merch. Go to our website, carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com, and on the home page you will see in the right-hand corner, you'll see the YouTube logo, Facebook, and our store. Click on store, order the merchandise that you want, your size, your color, pay for it safely online, and it gets shipped directly to your door. Not mailed, shipped to your door. So we want to make sure that you know that. All items that are available right now are $5 above cost, so that you can help Skippy and I make the videos and have coffee and donuts once in a while. Everything in moderation. So let's get to it this morning. And it is morning here in the Car Connection Workshop. Now, this has been put on the back burner for a little while, and now I've finally gotten circled around and come back to it. Rebuilding rear disc brake calipers on our 1984 Trans Am, which is over on the other side, covered up with a blanket because it's a sweet looking ride. I want to get the brakes finished on that Trans Am so that we can move it around. It starts and runs after 31 years or whatever it was. You'll have to watch that video, the startup. That was pretty exciting. It was for me because I was really scared that motor was going to be tight and not savable. And it's turned out, and I put that motor in. So you got to go back and watch that video. Will it start after, I think 31 years? It was over 30, definitely. Anyhows, I priced out calipers for the rear disc brake system, and there is a video on that as well showing you how to take the calipers off, because they're kind of unique to that car. And in my opinion, being a service tech myself, it's kind of a goofy setup if you ask me. They didn't call me and say, hey Motormouth, what do you think? But anyways, I priced the calipers out. I couldn't believe what my cost was. Garage price was like almost $400 a caliper. $363, and then a core charge plus tax. I go, nuts, I'm not paying that. So I went looking for caliper kits, and I did find the kit. And this company doesn't sponsor our videos, but they should, because I've used a lot of their products over the years. Dorman does have really good products. And so I was able to get these kits for like $29. So I'm going to share that with you as well a little bit more. But first, you ready for it? This is the first caliper, and it's all done. There it is. All put together, $29 in the kit. I cleaned it up myself, and you can do that as well. You don't have to clean them and paint them, but you know what? I want it to look decent when it's all done. So These are the pads that were in there. I put them in there 31 years ago. They're semi-metallics, and you can see they're almost like new. So I just cleaned them and I painted them back up. They look super. There's nothing wrong with reusing these pads. If these pads have 20 kilometers on them, I'm probably overestimating it. So I took it all apart, and you can watch that video. I've cleaned everything. But what's weird about this type of caliper is you got this armature here with the weight on it, counterbalance weight. This spring, it's kind of awkward, but I found a real easy way to get this spring back in there. So I can share that with you as well, because I got a plan for the other caliper. So it's all done. The piston's in there. The seals are in there. All new seals. These seals are all done as well. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you right now. You and I are going to rebuild the next caliper together. So it's probably going to be more than one video, because there's a lot of moving pieces that have to be cleaned and prepped. So you and I are going to work together, and I'm going to show you how to tear it down again, and then how I clean the parts. And we'll probably put it on fast play, so you can see me, flying around, and then in 10 minutes it's all done. But that's not, in reality, that's not true. To get to this stage, it was patience and taking your time and making sure everything's cleaned, so that when I put this back in the car, it's going to work perfect. So these are the original spools in here, and see how easy they move. We're going to walk through I'm going to walk you through all that. These are the original pins. There's nothing wrong with them. They're going back in. There's a seal down in here. These calipers were rebuilt when I installed the pads 31 years ago. So there's next to nothing on these calipers as far as mileage goes. This is a perfectly good rebuilt caliper, and I just stuffed a little plug in there just to hold the shoes in position so that you could see the work completed. So it's complete, ready to go back on. And the other weird part of these calipers is not only the counterbalance for the adjustment, is when the emergency brake cable goes right into here. When you pull the emergency brake cable, this lever moves and it corkscrews the piston. So it turns and it picks up the slack on the pads. This pad is stationary, this one moves. So it adjusts the inboard pad when you use the park brake. So how important is it to use the park brake if you have rear disc brakes? It is very important. And here's what I've heard for 31 years on the radio. Well, it's an automatic. Why do I need to use the parking brake? Because if you don't ratchet this arm, the pads get out of adjustment, and that means there's too big a gap here and the rotor's in between. So what tends to happen is your brake pedal's low till the second pump, because the piston's got to come out. It's got to come out. But it not only has to come out in this style, but it also has to rotate to pick up the slack. So your rear brakes are adjusted. Because when they're not adjusted correctly, front brakes do about 70 to 75% of the braking. So when the rear calipers and the rear pads are out of adjustment because you decided to listen to somebody who says it's an automatic transmission, you don't need to use the parking brake. I don't know who that fella it is, but he's an idiot. You don't need to listen to that guy. That's not true. It's a lie from the pit of hell, and it smells like smoke. You need to pull or push, whether it's a pedal or a handle. When you have rear disc brakes, there is an adjustment mechanism on there somewhere. And this is early 80s. The other thing I don't like is your brake line, which is a metal line. It's not a flex line, it's a metal line. That line's got to come in here and make a right-hand turn or a left-hand turn, and it's got to screw into this block. That's the other part I don't like about this system. So this is stationary. I've got new copper gaskets in there. It can be torqued down, but we got to run our new brake lines to the calipers and right from the front. So we got to do front to back brake lines and brake lines across the axle to each caliper. But this is all rebuilt, all put together, all new seals from the kit. And I'll tell you, when we do the caliper together, I'm going to teach you some tricks because I did make one boo-boo. And then I discovered a better way to put the seal in. I wrecked a perfectly good seal. See what I did to it? Yeah, shameful. I'm crying inside right now. So I'll have to order another kit. But I since found a much better way to put this seal in, and I will show you that trick. Because it is a tricky little dude to get this in. It fits right into where the piston goes. But this goes on the outside, and there's internal seals at both ends. And thanks for hitting me in the head. Try the other side now. See if it sounds the same. Is it equally as hollow? Or be careful you don't hit that metal plate that's in my head. So I'm going to show you a much better way to put this seal in, and in what order you put this seal in makes a difference, and then this won't happen to you. So I'll order another kit because I stole it from this one. That's the way it goes. So all the seals are in here except for that one, are in this kit. But you know what? Lesson learned. And I haven't rebuilt a caliper since the big hair bands in the 80s. That's all I'm going to say. So it's been a while. Back in college, we had to rebuild. They gave us a caliper. You could go to this bin, pick a caliper out that looks like it's all you, and we had to strip it down and do this whole sequence and install a seal kit. They gave us a seal kit for each caliper, but every caliper was from the same model of vehicle, and they were donated by whoever. So they were cores. And so we had to rebuild a caliper and then pressurize it in front of the school teacher, the instructor, to prove that the seals are all sealed. So that when you add brake fluid to the caliper under pressure, it's not leaking brake fluid all over. So that was the last time I did a caliper, and I thought at $363 garage price for a caliper, I'm not putting that kind of money into a caliper when I know these calipers were already rebuilt when I put them on, and there's very little mileage. So that's it for this video. In the next one, I will pull the other caliper from the opposite side, and you and I will break it apart, and I'll show you how to lay out all the parts, and then how I clean them, how I paint the housing and all the pieces, and then we're going to rebuild it together. So you'll be able to see me do the job from start to finish to this end product. And that way you'll know what it's going to take to do it. Like I said, this is a bit of an awkward caliper because of the design, but if you're working on something older for yourself to put together that you and maybe your spouse can enjoy it, or you and your son or daughter are into muscle cars, you're going to run into this stuff. And the more money you can save by just putting in the labor and going through it yourself, you can then take that money, so $363 plus tax, we can buy stuff to fix the vehicle where the money needs to be spent. Here, we can do it for $29. Not a bad deal. So till next time, have fun, keep it under 100, and put the coffee on. We're going to come to your house. All the information that I'm talking about is in the description of the video, our merch store, our website, our radio broadcasts, and our program partners and our video partners, and also anything special like this. I'll put the manufacturer's name in there. They make a lot of stuff, this company. They do emergency brake cables, door handles, you name it. They've been around a long time, and I know the name, and the quality of the product's decent. And no, they don't sponsor the videos. But don't forget again to like, share, and follow us on Facebook at Niall Motormouth Jenkins. There you will see reels that you will not see anywhere else. Also, visit our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave your comments down below. They're important to me. What project are you working on? What are you trying to rebuild or you need to salvage? I'll help you through it the best I can. Maybe if we can do a video on it, we'll do a video and dedicate it to you. Don't forget to subscribe, watch the videos, and also ring the notification bell so that next time we put videos up, which we do every week, 2 for Tuesday, 1 every Friday, we'll see you right back here for more of Car Connection. So happy motoring. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Well, thank you for stopping by the Car Connection Workshop right here on YouTube. Don't forget to come back and join us for another segment. So like, share, tag, and follow, and ding that bell so that you don't miss a single edition of Car Connection. So till next time, keep it under 100 and put the coffee on because we're coming to your house.